Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming Sanctity. Today I'm bringing you another Black Desert Online character creation video here. As you can see, we have already done the wizard here and Zalthane, which is my warrior here, as well, which I've actually switched over to the warrior being my main because it fits my playstyle the most. But before the blader comes out or anything like that, which will be my next class after this one, the final one that I want to create, just so I can get my name and know I have it for whenever I get done with all of these, will be a Berserker or a Giant, if people are more familiar with that. Just because out of all the classes, these are the three that can actually be males, which I prefer to play my own gender in MMORPGs. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in here. We have the different horoscopes. If you look at my first video, it goes through on the wizard. It has a full in-depth of all of these, but I will click through them really quickly if you want to pause the video at any time and read over them. And there is even one specifically called a Giant, if you saw that. So as you can see right there, you have the Giant itself as a horoscope: dreamer, ambitious, swift, and observer. For my wizard, I chose Black Dragon, and for my warrior, I chose Shield. For this one, I believe we're going to go with Hammer. It sounds kind of how I want to see my Berserker here as: brave, conservative, righteous, collaborative, but hot-blooded, easily tempered. Well, we could do that. We'll go through here just a little bit more to see if we can get more of a rage-oriented one. I don't believe there's any that's very like irrational. That's just good if you're just building like somebody that just straight out goes crazy kind of thing. Maybe Black Dragon, but you see they're sensible and sociable. So I think overall the Hammer is our best option, or at least it's my preference. You can pick whatever you'd like to whenever you jump right in here. And then you can look at different weather to see what your character will look like in different lighting throughout the day. And then they have this blue screen of death on your eyes. I mean, you can do it, but that one really hurts my eyes. So we are going to go right in here and go to the hairstyles. And this will be different on every class you pick here, because classes are also specific to gender. They're all going to have that same one, but you do have a very in-depth customization here with each one. But only giants can be berserkers. So we are going to go through here and just see. I kind of like that one to an extent. That one's kind of cool too. Look from the side here. And he can have some dreads. Whoa! Afro. They always got to have an afro of some sort in an MMORPG, especially Korean type ones. I don't know why, but it's just a funny thing to have. A semi-mohawk, which is kind of cool. We got some other kinds of dreads. Got a little bit more flowing hair. And this is actually a tough choice. I actually like a lot of different ones here. I don't know which one I want to go for on my Berserker right here. Since I am trying to make him fit his name, being a Berserker, I believe this one with the kind of like mohawk will be the best to kind of go with. And then we can go with the shape, and we can go with the length of it to longer or shorter if we'd like. But we're going to try to go full on uh, just crazy mohawk. And then you can change right here the different curl. You make it really curly if you'd like, but that just really messes with my eyes, as you can tell. But if you're making a female type class and character, then a lot of people may want to do curls to distinguish themselves. So then we're going to go over here to color. I don't know what... And then that's just hair ends, I believe, which is why it's like that, yeah. So we will try to choose a basic one. I don't know which one I'm really seeing. Maybe a fiery red, or maybe a black with a red highlight there. It kind of reminds me, if you've ever seen Peter Pan back in the old days, you know, the old classic Peter Pan with Robin Williams. Rufio. So that just reminds me of that. Of course, the character's not going to look like him, but I just hear in the back of my head, Rufio. And then we have hair. I don't know. I did change something. So that's basic, and then you have even more hair. A little strange. Maybe we can go for more of a... well, that kind of has like a sheen of it. So maybe right there. I'm gonna zoom in just a bit and see how we have him. I believe the top of his hair is a little bit too much, so we are gonna shorten that down just a tad, but not too much to take away from the look we're going for here, or at least I'm going for. So I don't know if I want to stick with that or a darker with just those hues of red. Maybe a white, if we can get a white. No, definitely messed up that. I kind of like that. If I can actually see his full head, and then he'd quit looking at me. Yeah, I think that's good for that one. So to get out of that, you just hit back, and it will automatically, you know, save your changes. And now we can move on to the face, so we can actually change it up a bit here. So as I click through here, you can see the details here change on the different face types. They have a really good one. I like that one and kind of that one. This one looks more angry Berserk type. But this one's more of a youthful, I guess, Berserker. We'll zoom out just so we can kind of get a full interpretation here. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that one. So we're going to move on to skin, and this is the tone of your skin. Again, you can change that to like anything. So any color you'd like. You could be blue, purple, pink. You could be fully pink if you want. There's just so many things you could actually do here. So I think we are going to go with not a completely darker skin type, but a darker one, because I kind of am basing this off of in other MMOs that kind of play like that orc kind of race. I want them to be a little bit darker than, you know, my normal pale characters. Kind of give them a little more character, a little more feel. So that one's not bad, right down there. we really will have to change his facial hair to really see how I'm gonna to change it overall. So we'll go into beard first because it's a more prominent feature. And you can see all the different types of beards. We're definitely going to change that color. Just so we can get a feel for all the different kinds here to more match up with what we have. And that one's not bad. We'll go on to mustache if we want a mustache. Don't know if we do. None of them tend to appear good to me, so we'll stick with that, and then we'll go to sideburns. We'll change the color of those and try to get him to stop looking at us. Maybe to a red so that we can actually see it a little better here. We may just pop right out here real fast and go into close, and then we won't have any interference here. And then pop right back in. So we will go through here. And just see which ones we're feeling here. That is, that's not bad, but I don't know how well it goes since we have no, like hair connecting it, really. But that one's not bad overall. I don't mind that one. We'll have to adjust the face and everything here in a little bit to get it more to how we want. I don't like how my head kind of narrows out there compared to my face. But we have that, and then we gotta change those eyebrows. See the different kinds we have here. We're definitely gonna go with those kind of like a darker eyebrows. I guess for that orc kind of beast, just strongman kind of look, those eyebrows are not that bad. Even though they are kind of wild, they're not that bad. And we can scale back the length even if we wanted to here, and we may do that for the beard right here to kind of nah, we'll keep our beard. We want that nice little full beard here. But our eyebrows, we may want to just scale back a bit, but we still have that fierce kind of look going on there. Rugged. So we will go through here. So many little things, as you're creating, you may want to go back and forth even, like I'll be doing right here, just to kind of see what works and what doesn't, because there's just so many different things here. But for now, I think that's good. And now we move on to the face structure. So if you click and hold down, you can actually see the full face, but then whenever you click on a specific part, you may want that. So I guess we can't scale his head too much, because we're just moving that back and forth. So we have the different ones, as you can see right here, and then maybe, there we go, we can scale it out a little bit more, give his face a little bit more, but we can also scale down certain things if you want, and you can go to the side here just to see how that's actually working as you're creating it. So we are going to move in, I believe, the jawbone. If we can actually even see that happening, it's kind of hard to on this one. But we will move it back and forth and see, and you can just click and hold that and move it anywhere as well. How we're going to be moving this around here. But we will try to make our character the best we can. May want to reduce the lip size just a tad. I'm trying to actually scale in a lot of these parts here, but it doesn't appear to be working very well because we're trying to edit the jawline and all that when we have hair everywhere. So we may need to just pop right back in here and remove the beard for right now and the sideburns, but we know which ones we have, so we'll just pop back over here with everything. So we want to bring his jawline kind of out and strong, and then that cut in. And then, well, it looks like we're moving it in, but it's a little odd. So we have that, and then we'll move those in, and his mouth a bit. And then maybe cheekbones out. He is looking very majestic right now. So we have that. Got some deep cut jaws right there. We may need to... Oh, I don't know what that's doing. Doesn't appear to be helping anything, so we moved that out already. So many little things here. And I'm sorry if I'm taking a little bit too long on this part, but whenever you're creating your character as well, I guarantee you're going to be right in the same boat, sitting here and just trying to tweak it down to make your character unique, especially to how you're wanting it to go. And move that maybe a little more inward. We have one very cut jawlined warrior right now. We may need to move that in just a tad to kind of get it a little more balanced, or just move out eyes and all that. You can tell. And we don't want those too long. Little details. Got so many, and you can just use these sliders as you probably saw me. So I have it symmetrical right now. You can just do one side to make them like lopsided if you wanted, but any changes I do to one side will also change to the other side as well. So we're going to go down here and see just how much that's moving. We're going to keep that up there. And we want to lower the bridge here, which I believe, well, it's not the depth. I believe it's a horizontal, yes. So we're going to change that for both of them. But I don't know if we can change that even more. I'm going to keep that kind of balanced with all of that. But we kind of want to make our eyes bigger. Well, that's just making our eyes change so we can change the positioning of our eyes in our head. Which I guess that's okay. I don't know if we can actually change the eyes. Well, it looks like we have the eyes down here, so we'll mess with that once we get to it with this customization. So trying to get his head. I mean, giants are limited to a certain look, basically. So there's not too much you're going to be able to do to really make them not look giant-like, I suppose. But we are trying to go for that fierce kind of beast creature-like. So we're going to go back to our facial hair and now see just how, well, we kind of have some undertones here. So we're going to have that just in case. And then our beard, which is this one. And then our sideburns back, which I believe is that one. Yeah. So we have that, and our beard actually works well with how cut our character is with all of that. So we are going to have that. We may want to go back in, and I wish I could kind of make the head here go a little more long, kind of like wide here with the horizontal, because it is a little inward, I suppose, at the top of the head. You know, it sinks back in. But I guess that's what we're gonna have to have here on the giant. So then we can go straight into makeup. And you can change your eye designs and all this. You can change density. We'll go to this. And then color. With all these different ones. That's kind of cool. I like that one. You know, you can be like that. All these different ones. These are actually really cool on the different ones, because I never actually messed with the kind of like war paint until I actually got right here. But I actually like that. It goes very well. Kind of looks cut in different stuff. But then you can do designs. You can just pop through here, see if we can get more colors to actually see them. It doesn't appear it's actually going very well. So, oh well, that's because we don't have the density up. So we do have that now. Then you can change the height and all that. All these different little designs, and I kind of want to make a very designed giant here for the Berserker, because they're kind of like a warring kind of, you know, race that you would think. So we're just going to go through here and see if we can mess with this a bit. I wonder if you can actually add. I don't think you can add multiple ones. It'd be nice if you could. So I guess we're just going to have to pick one that we like the most. I mean, that kind of works well with our eye pattern, but that one's also very nice, and it goes well with a darker pattern that we can get. We will see the height of maybe how we can change that. I want to know if maybe we can... Doesn't appear that we can actually move where it's placed, because you know how our nose right there, or that's our center point right there, but it's the pattern's not directly on it, it appears. So we may need to go back in right quick over to face shape just to make sure kind of our symmetrics are appropriate. But we are kind of, it looks like that's just how it's gonna set on it, unfortunately. So we may get that out and then look at it. And there we go. So we'll go back over to the eye, or to the makeup, I mean. And then you can change your lip here as well with different designs with all that. You can have some pretty cool one that kind of looks like, I mean, if you put some red and they're kind of like, you know, you just nommed on somebody. But we could get a brighter red kind of tattoo straight down there, or just stick with that darker one. May want to go with a darker hair now that I'm looking at it, but we'll have to switch back to that at a later time. So we'll go in here and we'll see all the different lip ones again. That one is kind of cool. That one as well reminds me of the Horde. But you can also, you know, change the reflect and then the area that it takes up as well. But you are limited to place it apparently right on the lips there. So we'll need to choose wisely. But that appears to be the one I want to go with. We got the eyes, and then we will look at these designs a little more here to see which one we kind of want to take. That is kind of cool. I like that, and I like that it's placed around the eye there. And also allows us to see our face a little more openly. So I guess we're going to stick with that one right now. And then you got the eyes. So if we can zoom in, it appears this is max zoom. We can see just a little bit more on the eyes, as you can see in the pupils as they change. With all that, that's kind of cool, having just the red right there. We may want to keep these black and then have the back part as a red. That one's kind of cool. That reminds me of like a werewolf kind of beast creature. We'll try to zoom in a little more here. See if we can increase, well, we can increase the whole size. That's kind of cool. And then may want to change, I don't know how big we want it fully. This is a pretty good one for the pupil. I like how it's set up currently. So we'll look at the overall lens, but that appears to just be the height that it sits in your eye, which could be kind of cool if we can increase the size and just maybe adjust height a little more, have our eyes kind of up there. And then maybe we can change the eye lens. And we have this already. I wonder if we could get just the whites of our eyes right there. That would be nice to be able to just get that. But it doesn't appear that we are going to get that. But we're going to zoom in here. That looks pretty awesome, at least in my opinion. I'm liking how that's looking right there. So we may want to change the size a little bit to really get a full look at our eyes of how evil. Maybe just slightly less. There we go. We are very evil and beast-like. Definitely very Berserker right now. And then we go into the eyeline. So these are just the eyelashes and stuff like that. They're very hard to see to an extent, so you can extend them and then stuff like that. But we're not going to have very much eyelashes. We're just going to try to keep them to a minimum. We'll just see which one kind of goes best with our evil look here. And that one's actually not bad. So I think we will stick with either that one or that one. We can kind of see a little more of the eyes. And then you have that one, which is a little more focused on the eyelashes. But it does give us another layer, which is kind of cool. So I think we're going to go with that one. Going to keep it down. And then you have the density here, which is, you know, those little side pieces there. And we will switch through those. And you can see just how he looks right there. And then the bottom is just the same except on the bottom. So we will try to keep that, but we're going to try to change the eye line. I don't know if we want too much eye line. I think it kind of takes away from our eyes a little bit too much. I don't know. We will mess around just a little bit here and see if we can get anything looking halfway decent. And then we'll look without anything. It looks just about as fierce either way with moving the eye line kind of back and forth. So I think we're gonna knock it out for this one. Maybe have the bottom just in a bit to kind of give that darker undertone. And then we'll switch around and see. Because that's kind of cool, kind of like that underlying facial feature. But it appears that cheekbone may be up a little bit higher compared symmetrically. So we may need to go into the face again right here and just see if we lower. No, we don't want to mess with our eyes too much. But we definitely want to try to get no, it appears that's fine. So we'll just go back in here, and then you can get tattoos. So this is full face tattoos. I don't know about that eye line though. It just still is evading me wanting that so much, and then the eyelashes too. I think we'll stick with those. But then we'll go into tattoos, and you can just see the different ones here. Even the really creepy ones you can make if you'd like, and then there's even more. And we may want to... apparently you can't change this one very much other than the density of it, and then invert it, so didn't give us too many options on that one, but at least these other ones we can kind of change around. We'll try to reduce its size a bit, and then its location. And then maybe a little bit down. We may want to rotate, yeah, just a tad. I may want to try to get it. And then we'll look at the size of the Y. Don't want that too large, and then the X. We can depart it, but we want it kind of cool and concise looking on the face. Because we're going for that Berserker, you know, epicness, evil, kind of just rampaging through the world look. But I do like that one. I don't know how I feel about these two little eyes with the little spirit, or your black spirit that it's supposed to represent. I kind of want to see maybe how rotating will change. The different things, and then maybe how it places. Well, that is a little bit better if we can get him to stop looking at us. Kind of like that one. How it just goes with my eye and everything. So I think we are going to keep that right there. And we're going to go right into Wrinkles. I will not be adding Wrinkles because I'm not going to be an old destroyer of everything. But you can just see how much you can make yourself an old giant. You may want to be an old wise giant of some sort. A lot of giants I see throughout the world appear to just be farmers. So apparently they're actually a fairly peaceful kind of thing. And if you haven't seen, I think it's just going to be amazing if you've seen the Awakened weapons whenever we actually get them here on the NA and EU servers. The giant here, or Berserker, will actually get like a hand cannon fist weapon. It's kind of a hybrid. It's like a hand cannon. It literally is a cannon. Definitely suggest to go find a video on that and do all that. Watch that video if you're definitely interested in being a Berserker here. So we'll go back into expressions, and this is your default kind of face. So it will, pop up this little message because this is what your face is going to look like most of the time. So we could be just happy and smiling, everything's great, and then we can be like, super evil, which is kind of funny for my kind of evil look. Then you can be sad if you want, and then surprised. What's going on? This one's not bad. I don't know what weight is. So that's like how much you kind of want. That just makes me look insane, and I kind of love it. It's kind of insane how you look. Like, I'm definitely a berserker that's just nuts with this kind of look. So I'm actually going to keep that one right there. So we will go through, and now we have the body. So, you know, this one's actually pretty important for most people. You can make your arms. This is our shoulders, so I'm going to try and make that a little more appropriate, at least for my giant. I'm trying to make him beef up. You know, he's actually pretty good. We gotta get that butt slider though to max. We gotta maximize our butt. Can't be having no tiny butt here on Black Desert Online. And I'm definitely, if you're making a female character of any sort, I'm sure you're messing around with the booby slider and all that. But we're definitely gonna try to get ourselves like very toned beast looking. And we won't, kind of don't want my head poking out too much on this or anything. But you can do everything, and you can even do the back here as well. So that may be something that you look at whenever you're creating as well. But I don't tend to mess with that too much. But we may want a little more girth, since we are kind of a big hulking beast here and everything. We're going to try to go there, but we're going to try to be toned. And you can do muscles here in a second, and we'll just be super ripped out. But we're going to edit just a bit so that we can get the most optimized thing. So you can get like super huge arms if you want. You know, just super ripped, and then have smaller forearms if you want. Or just have everything to like max of just super ripped out. But I don't think I will be doing that. We're definitely going to reduce it here. But I think we want to keep our hands pretty much the same. Maybe just a slight smaller to kind of match up with what we're going for. And we are kind of a little chunky there, aren't we? We want to reduce that down. But we still want to keep our muscles and everything, so you know, just lots of editing you're going to be doing through here. But there, we got to actually see the back of the head. I never even noticed that as I was messing around with it before. So look at that, and then kind of want to see how we look. Maybe a little more. Just lots of editing I'm gonna have to do, and you'll have to do as well. But you never know, especially if you're going to be playing this character. You kind of want to get it right the first time, you know, because you can purchase, you know, change things, or if you bought one of the packs of any sort, you can actually just have those. Our back is a little odd here, though. I don't know how that's working out for us. But, you know, giants are a little odd anyway from, like, their body type. we'll just try to get it in here. Just so many little things. I'm sorry if I'm taking too long on this, but you know, I'm trying to get it right, and I'm sure you guys will as well. So we had our shoulders protrude a little more to kind of get those out. And I believe that's good for this one. So we're going on to muscles, and then you can just, first one is your abs. So we are going to be pretty ripped, and then your second one is your arms. So we could just like max everything. Third one is your legs, if you couldn't tell. But we kind of look like a wrinkly old man if we go that ripped. You know, so we're going to try to scale it back a bit just so we don't look like a wrinkly old man, you know. But we are going to have awesome ripped arms and maybe not so much a ripped chest. Just scale that back a bit to kind of match up at least with what we're going for. Maybe a tad more. We'll try to get back to like 60 or so. Can we get it? No. Oh, there we go. And that's pretty ripped. Maybe scale back on the arms just a bit, because those like protruding veins everywhere is kind of a little off-putting to me. Now that I see something, as you can see right there, I'm trying to maybe scale that downward to match up a little bit more with my actual muscles, because you know, my arm was kind of a little odd there. But we may scale that up, and then we'll look. And that kept that, and then kept the size, which is nice. So we'll have that. But we also have this huge just arms now. We may need to scale this around just a bit and see how that works. And we're going for that big muscle build with everything. We are having some ripped muscles though, but that's fine, since we are trying to be a destroyer of sorts around this world that we're going to be playing in. We may need to just move the muscles a tad back. I kind of want them to go up there, and maybe depth-wise, yeah. Just change that up and see how that appears. That's a little bit better. We're still super ripped. Have some super ripped arms. You know, being a giant and a beast of sorts. But I am happy with that. And then our muscles here. I'm good with that as well. So we're going to move on to tattoos. And we'll keep them in that. And that's kind of cool. We can have full body tattoos, which is just awesome. And then that's a cool one as well. And these will change depending on stuff with different classes. But you can definitely change almost all of them with the positions and stuff as you come across them. So we have that one already kind of for the wizard that I created, the first one. But I kind of like these full body tattoo markings that make me feel like I'm kind of tribal, warring kind of person. These ones are also really good, but I think I like these just a bit more, with everything. So we're going to go on that, and then you can edit the pose, and that's just how your character is going to look. You can edit that in almost any way. You can save it. You can do everything. Like, you can see even the hands, but you got to watch it, with your weapons. So, if you do a pose in a certain way or anything, you may have an axe through your head or something like that. But I kind of like the default ones they have. They work well, and I know I'm not going to have axes through my head. With anything they do, so I am good with that. And then the final one is the voice. So if you guys hear here, I kind of like that because I'm trying to go for a fierce kind of thing, but I don't want the deepest. So I think I'm going to stick with that one, and that's it for that one. So that's the majority that you'll be doing right there, is just the customizing of those. And then you can change position, as you can see here, and there's a ton of them. Just an absolute ton of them, and you can even have your battle stance of how it's going to look, and then you'll do like an attack of some sort. It may be better to throw on some cool battle clothes. We'll go through this as well, of all the different ones. That is pretty sick. I like that. Just all these different ones you'll have. These are basically the ones you'll be getting as you level up, and then these ones are the cash shop ones that you can get if you buy them, Which that is just really cool. Don't like that one so much because it doesn't work well with my shoulders, but things that I have shoulders with, it works a little bit better. I like even shoulders, because right there, this one is pretty awesome for my character. But you can just see how he's going to look as he's kind of like leveling up. So, you may change appearances here as well if you don't like something as you're kind of doing stuff. But we'll stick with that one, and then we'll go back into the positions. There's so many different ones, but it's really cool how you can see some of the things and kind of how they're going to interact as they attack and everything. And I just kind of show off these fighting ones, which is pretty awesome. We don't want to just be sitting there. We kind of want a fierce stance. But you can do all different kinds, as you can see here. Almost any way you want. Thumbs up, man. It's all good. It's all good. We are doing good here. Just clap, cry, be sad, everything. Some of these you can tell are more designed for the female classes, how they interact. That one's kind of creepy. It's like, yeah, come on, yeah. I kind of like that one, but I don't like him smiling. I don't want him smiling all the time. That one's a surrender pose. I kind of like that one, like, he's just Yeah, it's whatever, you know. I'm getting warmed up. I'm ready. I don't like him smiling, though. I wish you can make him not smile during that. So we'll see how that one goes. And I think that's it. I think that's a pretty good one. I actually like that a whole lot on how this whole thing turned out. Overall, I don't think I can change anything. I'm sorry if this video is a little longer, but I'm trying to go in depth, you know, kind of walk you through the process of how I'm creating a character and how also you may create it if you're thinking to buy Black Desert online here. Anytime soon. It's only $30, and this game is definitely the best $30 purchase I think you can make. If you're into especially sandbox MMORPGs. It just is amazing with all of this. So we have all that, and we are actually done. So we are actually going to make our character, and this is my typical orc name I like to use, and we are going to just create him and hopefully get it with everything. Oh, it's already in use. Somebody has taken my name. So we are going to have to think of a name for it, but I am not going to bore you guys with that part of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Black Desert online content, please check out my channel. I'll be uploading more videos. Feel free to subscribe to see this more content as it comes out. Leave a like if you did like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.